I just remember it being like Nip, just like, man, this is it, bro. Like I needed this joint. Like this shit gonna touch the culture. We was just talking about the song and talking about how just monumental it was.
Just the energy, the rap, what you're gonna do for the city, even with that record, for culture.
1000%.
One shot, go get it. Unlock these hinges in the game. No scrimmage.
Yo, what's up? It's Syspence. You're watching Blue House TV, and today I'm here with the one and the only
Hitboy.
How we doing today, my man?
Solid. What's good with you?
I appreciate you having us.
On top, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up.
No, absolutely. In the studio, Chalice, right?
Man, the legendary. This is home, you know what I mean? This room right here, I came here in like 06, bro, and met with Polo the Don. Sean Garrett was here, and they was working on some Pussycat Dolls songs.
That's crazy.
And yeah, just to like, you know, for this to be like my second home now, it's like, it makes sense for real.
That's beautiful. I know there's probably a ton of different memories you have in here, tons of different people coming in and out of here. Tell me, just bring these walls to life for us. What were some like stories, or maybe an untold story that like you haven't told before?
It's actually a clip online of me working on Nipsey Hussle's last song he ever released, Racks in the Middle, with him and Roddy Ricch, and he was literally standing where you sitting right now, you know what I mean? And
that's crazy.
It's just like that whole time was just a movie, but I just remember because by the time because my room is on the other side, but by the time we got to this room, it was the final stages of like before we put the song out, mixing and mastering and just getting it sounding all the way right. So I just remember them times like just in here vibing, playing for Racks in the Middle for everybody who walked in the door, seeing their reaction, you know what I mean? It was ill.
Was it different too when you were playing that song for people? It was like, yo, we got something?
We knew it was different, yeah. Like everybody who heard it was reacting like, oh, this is crazy.
It had a different feeling, different energy around it for sure. I love that. So a lot of people know you for your production, for your producing tip.
Yeah.
And you would say, I would say like, honestly, one of the best in the game when it comes to the production, but you're still on the rapping tip also. Tell us about like with Offset, rapping tier to tier with him. Tell me about some of that, how that song came about and your relationship with him.
As far as 2 Live, you know, it's like a brand partnership thing with Patron. They put out a new Patron called El Auto. They wanted a song to go along to, you know, just encompass the whole thing, and I put that together. And first they just wanted a beat, and I was like, you know, I'm so on my Artistry right now that I put a song to it, and they heard the song and the beat at the same time. I was like, oh, this is it. Let's put a feature on it, and it turned out to be Offset, man. And he just brought the energy.
Let's go. Yeah. How about you and your relationship with Offset? You guys friends?
We met in passing a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know. He got my 2-year-old in here.
That's awesome.
He Offset had reached out to me probably a couple years ago when he saw me just on a crazy run, working with Big Sean, working with NAS, all the stuff that I was doing. He was like, we gotta lock in, but it just didn't line up until this point.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Full circle kind of things come around like that. Yeah. So I just want to go through, deep dive into some of your lyrics. I'm going to just say these lyrics out, and you just tell me what it meant to you when you were like going through writing that. It was on your song Fireproof. You said, mountains that I had to climb, roadblocks, stop signs, shit I ain't had to do, people feel entitled to. That shit made me fireproof.
Right. Now, a lot of people had saw, there was a couple viral moments from my interview with academics, and I kind of spoke to that, just like, you know, putting a lot into everybody else versus myself, and just how that worked out for me or didn't work out for me, and just how I felt about it. So it's like, I really went through, like, you know, I went through the fire, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like going back to where I had to refigure it out, having these label heads giving me, you know, this overhead every month, to like having to fund everything myself again, but I'm living on a different scale. It was something I had to really like grasp on and really go through the fire to get to this other side where it's like I'm just flourishing.
That's awesome. And tell me from a rapping standpoint, what would you say the 3 songs that best describe you as an artist that you would want somebody to go listen to right now?
That's a good one. I'm gonna say Corsa, just cause, you know, I'm on some lifestyle fly shit, you know what I mean? Like if you know about the 500,000 tapes with me and Dom Kennedy, like you just, it's like straight lifestyle shit, so it's just a continuation of that. And I'm gonna say my verse on King's Disease 2 by Nas, my verse on Composure. You know what I mean? Just like talking about real life stuff I've been through. If you want to really kind of get to know me more, you will hear some bars in there that'll make you damn near want to tweet them or post them somewhere. And let me see. Man, too live, man. I'm too live. I'm just live right now.
Let's
you
go.
know what I mean, I'm having fun with life, having fun with the music, and being a dad. Whatever I'm doing, I'm just live with it right now.
The energy's there, the Too Live. I love it. Go check it out. It's out right now too, so go stream that for sure. So I want to do another deep dive. This is more of a picture. I'm gonna bring up a picture. You tell me what was going on during this photo, maybe what the conversation you were having with this person. Just kind of break it down for us. So this first one I have right here.
Yeah, that's me and Nipsey at the Racks in the Middle video shoot. It was a 2-day shoot. That was the first day. And I got there, and I actually didn't even end up shooting nothing that night. I just came to support, and I shot my scene the next day. But yeah, I just remember it being like Nip, just like, man, this is it, bro. Like, I needed this joint. Like, this shit gonna touch the culture. We was just talking about the song and talking about how just monumental it was.
Just the energy, the rap, what you're gonna do for the city, even with that record, and for culture.
1000%.
I love that. I love that. One more for the deep dive on the photos. This one right here. Do you remember what the smile was, or even what this conversation was?
That was like when we first reconnected after, you know, some time. Like we hadn't worked in some years, you know what I mean? And Game, I was working with Game, and we ended up coming up with some joints to where it was like, man, we got to get Ye over here to hop on something. And that was just us dapping up after not seeing each other for a little bit.
Like, yo, reuniting with the homie type vibe.
For sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's talk Nas and Hitboy. When Nas and Hitboy link up, we got some accolades, 3 Grammy nominations, 1 win.
Right.
Tell me about just some working with Nas, and just even an untold story about working with him.
Man, just the Nas relationship has just allowed me to grow as an artist, as a producer, just an all-around person. Super knowledgeable. We already know who he is, what he is. I don't even got to get into that, you know what I mean?
Facts.
But having access to him and having him be excited, like that makes me want to go hard. It's like, okay, Nas is hitting me like, yo, I'm trying to pull up, or I'm pulling up, or whatever the case is. I want to be at my tip-top shape. I'm trying to match him, and then he trying to come match me, and then it just ends up being like, you know, let's just be great with this shit.
And he probably got some knowledge that he's been giving you throughout the years. What's something that he's given you that you're like, I always remember this?
Man, I would just say overall, just to be solid, man, and stay humble too. He's one of the most humble people in this game, and you know, he get his respect. He's revered. We know like his shit is etched in stone. So you could just be you, be solid, and you're gonna be straight in this game.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, I want to do a fast rapid fire questions for you. So I'm gonna do overrated, underrated. First thing that comes to your head, whether it's overrated, underrated. All right. Record labels.
Oh shit, damn. See, right now I would say overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Situational. Very situational.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'm trying to figure this game out still, man. It's
No,
crazy.
facts.
Yeah.
I feel that. How about performing at big festivals?
I can't call it because some of these dudes is getting a couple $100,000, few $100,000.
Facts.
So I mean, it's got to be underrated.
No, facts. Facts. This one might be controversial, but Kanye West.
No, I mean, he neither. That nigga is who he is, you know what I mean? He ain't underrated or overrated. He was one of my biggest inspirations, and he's a lot of people biggest inspirations. So, nah, Kanye is who he is.
The GOAT, rated perfect.
I can't put none of that on him. Yeah.
No, facts, facts. All right, I don't know if you're familiar with this artist, but Yeat, are you familiar with Yeat?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really dove into his music like that, but I know the energy. I know what he on.
Okay. Do you, is there like, are you tapped into any of like that underground wave? Like, familiar
Man,
with
I
like,
listen to underground gangster rap, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like Rio the Young OG, PZ, them type of artists and shit.
That's fire.
Blue Bucks Clan, All Black. Yeah, I just like listen to just like West Coast gangster shit, but underground.
Let's go. Let's go. So I wanna do this thing where we can go ahead and you just give some advice to the people out there right now. Upcoming producers, just anything like that. Just go ahead and just give them some advice, something they can just take home.
I mean, upcoming producers, man, just lock in, you know what I mean? Just like make as much music as you can, learn as much as you can. Any access that you get to somebody with a higher knowledge level or more accomplished thing than you, just like try to just learn, man. Just like learn. Like that's every day. I'm still like watching different. I'll watch YouTube tutorials, even though I've been using flstudio since '03. You know what I mean? Almost 20 years. It's just like, bruh, like I'm still studying. I'm still learning shit.
be a sponge. It's never too like late or never too early to just be soaking stuff up.
For sure.
No, I love that. And so from a production standpoint, what's 3 songs that best describe you as an artist from a producer standpoint?
Shit that I made, obviously.
That you made, yeah.
That's a good one.
You're like, yo,
Shit.
I want people like to know me for these 3 songs. Or you're most proud of.
Man, I'm gonna say Store Run by Nas. I'm gonna say Corsa by me and Dom Kennedy. And Too Certified by me and Avelino.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. You guys heard it here first. Blue House TV. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you guys next week. Blue House TV.
One shot, go get it. Unlock these hinges in the game. No scrimmage, been up on my shit, no change. Stay with it like VVS up on my neck. For all them days without a check.